Hi, thanks for watching. My name's Mary. On my channel, I do affordable perfume, mostly Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret, but some other perfume as well. And today I have a sample pack of um, fragrances from Sephora that I got recently with a purchase. This was like a free gift with purchase. And I think there's about 10 scents in here. Some of them I'm very familiar with, and some of them I've never smelled before. So I'm just going to kind of go through them, talk about them, either first impressions, if it's a new one to me, or if I'm familiar with it, what my experience is with that. And I'll give notes and all that stuff as well. So yeah, if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned and I'll be right back. All right, and also make sure to like and subscribe. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. I kind of looked through I kind of glanced at it, but I'm not like, I don't know exactly what's in here. I kind of have an idea, just kind of looking, I can see some of them. And I remember when I saw it was a free gift, it kind of had like the list. So, but I didn't look super close at it. So we'll just go through these, and some of these have been around for a while, so nothing super new. So first is Glossier You, and I've never actually smelled this, as popular as this is. I feel like people always do this thing with the hand and it helps it focus, but I don't really see my camera focusing. Yeah, so I know this is like a skin scent, kind of your scent but better kind of thing, along the lines of Juliet has, again, not a perfume, but I think this has a little bit more of a scent to it than that, because that's just pure Ambroxan. This says creamy, sparkly, clean, and warm. Glossier You Eau de Perfume adapts to your unique skin chemistry. An addictive musk with earthy iris root and spicy pink pepper. It's familiar but elevated, and it smells a little different on everyone because you're the most important ingredient. So I guess I'll spray this on me, since otherwise it might not do anything. All right, there's the sample. It's nice and full. Sometimes you get them and they're kind of empty. This smells good. And you know what this smells like? And I think I remember this, is it smells like If You Musk from Bath and Body Works. So yeah, it's nice. I get the pink pepper for sure. And this probably is going to need to develop a little bit. But yeah, it's just like soft. You've got that pink pepper, and then it's just kind of like a soft, I don't want to say powdery. I feel like I overuse the term powdery, but I just feel like anything to me that's kind of like soft and like gentle smelling, I get like powdery, but not like a makeup or like baby powdery or anything like that. Just kind of like a nice gentle scent. And the iris is there too. So yeah, if you've smelled If You Musk from Bath and Body Works, I think that's a dupe of this. And I feel like the Bath and Body Works one is actually stronger, for better or for worse. Like I feel like it has more of a scent to it. So, and it says it kind of needs to adapt with your skin chemistry, so that might take a while to dry down. So I might kind of just like come back to that later. Next is Vanilla Skin, and I don't own this, but I have another sample. So I have smelled this before, but I'm not super familiar with it. But I do know what it smells like in general. Okay, so top, pink pepper, pink apple, sugar crystals, heart, lily, jasmine petals, cashmere woods, base, benzoin, vanilla, sandalwood, and agarwood. This is just one of those ones where I like keep thinking about buying it, but I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. Actually, they have a really cute, Leah Janae was sharing this in like a little post. So Fleur has a little, like, I don't know how big they are, but they look like little bottles. Like they don't look like samples, like the long skinny ones. They look like little full-size bottles, but smaller, of Fleur, and it's rose whip, vanilla, skin, missing person, and a father figure. I was thinking about getting that just because I like I like all those scents. And it just seemed like cute packaging. So, all right. Okay. I probably shouldn't spray all of these on myself since there's like 10 of them. I'm just spraying on the box. So yeah, this is a nice fruity, vanilla, little smoky, a grown up vanilla. So I'm kind of between this in terms of like buying a. I'm between this and um, Seven Virtues, Vanilla Woods. Um, I think I just need to like wear them side by side for like a day or two, and really decide which one I really would want a full bottle of, because it's very similar, kind of just like smoky, kind of sultry, fruity vanilla. So yeah, it's a great scent. Great for autumn. All right, so those are two. I like both of those so far. That's starting to develop a little bit. Okay, so this next one is Prada Paradox Intense. I have regular Prada Paradox, so let me look up the notes for this real quick because it's not on the thingy. All right, the notes list for this is super short, and this is on Sephora. I don't know if there's like a more encompassing list somewhere. It just says jasmine, amber, and moss. So to that makes it sound like it's gonna be like more floral and less sweet than the original Prada Paradox. So let me get this thing out of here. All right, hold on. This is not really the right kind of like paper to spray something on. Let me get my little sample ones that I make out of Bath and Body Works bags. I like how with Bath and Body Works mist, you can spray it in a cap. You can't really do that with like a little perfume sample. It smells like almost like fresher than Prada Paradox. Like Prada Paradox is like pretty sweet and kind of warm and ambery. Like this actually, like with the name Intense, intense, right? Yeah, it's like there's always like intense and straight and like blah blah blah. It's like which name did they put? Which like additional adjective did they put on this flanker? So yeah, this one's interesting. It's like a little bit more floral and fresh, I'd say. So that's not really what I'd think with intense. I would think that they'd say with lighter, fresher scent, leger or something like that. So it's nice. It smells a lot like the original. It's just a little, like I said, a little fresher, kind of brighter. So it smells good. I'd have to really wear this with the regular one side by side to know the true difference between the two of them. All right, moving right along. Okay, so this I have not smelled, and I haven't smelled anything from this. So it's the Forever Mood. Is it Jackie Aina? Is the content creator? I don't know anything about her. I was just thinking about this. Like, it's interesting how on YouTube, like sometimes you consume content and like I think she's a big name influencer. Maybe she does more makeup and I don't really do makeup content. So for whatever reason, she's never shown up on my feed. And my husband were talking about that too, because we watch some similar content on YouTube, and he'll get a completely different set of like content creators for like the same subject matter than I do. So I just think that's weird. So yeah, I don't know really anything about Jackie Aina. I just know that she created the Forever Mood. She has a new one out, which sounds pretty good. But this is I Am Her, and it just says red velvet, pear, and oud. So oud is one of those kind of polarizing scents. I definitely get the oud. Oud and like patchouli to me are kind of like in the same category of like an earthiness. It's a little bit like luminous from Bath and Body Works, but with like that more of like the earthiness to it. And what I think it might smell like is someone else was just talking about like the Bath and Body Works Oud, which I saw at the outlet, and I was like, no, thank you. But yeah, it's kind of reminding me of like Luminous and like a Tom Ford, like Black Orchid and Velvet Orchid kind of have like that earthy base. So I can't say I'm a fan of this. I don't really like that much. I don't like that kind of base a lot. So I'm interested in her other scents. I think especially the new one that came out. But yeah, I think the oud in this is not for me. So it's not. I don't think it's a bad scent. I just don't prefer that kind of scent. Okay, so another house I've never smelled before, surprisingly, is Commodity. And I don't know why. I just sometimes something that kind of advertises itself as like almost being like a single note is not appealing to me because I like complex scents. So I'm sure this has complexity to it, but yeah, if something is just like, oh, rose or vanilla or something like that, where it's just like trying to say like it's just like this one scent, like I don't really like that. I'm not as interested in that. So but this is Milk Expressive, right? Yeah. So I do know it was Soki London. I think she got, this was a while ago. She got like a bunch of these and was just doing a review of all of them. And so they have like the personal, the regular, I don't know what they call that, and then the expressive, and this is the expressive one. So let's see, does it have the notes? It doesn't have the notes on it. So let me look those up. So for Milk Expressive, and I think the notes are actually different for the different like levels of intensity for the Commodity fragrances. I'm pretty sure it's not just like the same notes, but like a different concentration. I think the notes are actually slightly different. So this one says cold milk, mahogany wood, and marshmallow. This is a nice box. Some of these little samples have some pretty nice packaging. Sometimes a sample is not that nice with the way it's packaged. All right, so let's see. Sometimes it's hard to tell where the sprayer nozzle is. Okay. It's good. It's a little bit like Bath and Body Works, like their milk scent mixed with like marshmallow pumpkin latte or something like that. So I think that might be like the marshmallow note. So I like this. So I think it's more complex than I thought it would be. So it's very warm, it's very cozy. And it says cold milk, but it's not like, I was afraid it would have like a, I don't know, sometimes scents fragrances have like a cold, I don't know. I don't know what they do, but sometimes it has like a coldness to it, and I don't like that. So I don't get like cold milk. I just get like, it's not even particularly lactonic. It's just kind of like slightly smoky and woodsy and like marshmallow, but not in a really sweet gourmand way. So I like that. I'll have to spray it on my skin and see how it is when I wear it. So that's like probably at the end I'll talk about which ones I'd actually potentially buy based on the sample. Okay, so let's see what's next. Nest Creme de Clementine. I love Nest. I love their floral sort of illustrations. Creme de Clementine, an irresistible, joyful citrus gourmand bursting with bright sun-drenched scents scent of clementine zest swirl together with sweet vanilla creme and rich blonde woods to create an addictively delicious confection. So basically like a creamy orange scent. Sounds good. Creamsicle vibes. Yes, creamsicle vibes. But like a nice tartness to it too. And I forgot to mention, so I do have some Nest fragrances. I have a full size Cocoa Woods, which I mentioned the other day when I was talking about like chocolate scents. Um, and I got that on clearance at Nordstrom Rack, and I think it's discontinued. And then I have some minis. I don't have any other full size, but I have like their like hibiscus one, maybe like the poppy one. I don't know. I forget to get which ones I had, but they were on sale at Sephora, so I got some of their minis. I need to get those back out. So yeah, this is really nice if you like a creamsicle scent. It's got like a bright tartness to it, which is like somewhere between like the authenticity of a real citrus fruit and the candy like sweetness of like a creamsicle popsicle or like a creamsicle type candy, and just like a nice warm lactonic sweetness. So that's nice. Probably not my like absolute scent profile, but if you like that kind of scent, then that's really good. All right, I'm starting to get sore from sitting on the floor. I have four more. Um, Joe Malone Raspberry Ripple. This is kind of, I think this is interesting. I feel like this is a departure with this kind of vibe, with this ice cream cone look from the like typical Joe Malone kind of refined British kind of look. I've never been interested or attracted to any Joe Malone scents because they just seem boring to me. It's kind of what I was saying about like the single note things. Like I'm just not really interested in something that's called like freesia pear. Like I want more to a fragrance than that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're better. There's more to them, but they're also really expensive. This says top red currant, heart raspberry, base white musk. Let's see. I like the fruitiness. I'm not sure about just having musk in the bottom. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's got more complexity to it than you would think based on just those notes. There's definitely like a woodiness to it. I've never smelled the regular or like the actual Paco Rabanne Lady Million. I feel like it's something like that, like a raspberry, like a woody raspberry scent. I have the Dossier version. So yeah, it's kind of reminding me of something like that. So it's good. I like it. All right. So that's, and I'm kind of ranking these. I'm putting them on the floor based on how much I like them, how much I might buy them. All right, so this is another classic vanilla that everyone's like already heard of before, but this is Kayali Vanilla 28. I don't think I like this one that much. I've had it in a sample before. I know people love it, but let's see. Let's see if I've changed my mind. Vanilla Orchid, Tonka Absolute, Brown Sugar, Amber Woods, and Musk. It's got that super deep, it's actually purplish. Like you can't tell. Can't tell, but holding it up to my ring light here, it's purple. I'm just gonna spray this on me. I mean, it's still once again in that family that goes with like Seven Virtues and Fleur Vanilla Skin, of like a smoky, mature, fruity vanilla. There's just something about this one that I don't know. I don't find as intriguing or enjoyable about the other ones. So it's not bad though. Yeah. Once again, I feel like I'd have to like really wear it side by side with the other ones that are in that category to like really decide like which is my favorite of the like smoky, woodsy, fruity vanillas. So it's good. I like it. I'm just not sure if I like it better than the other ones. All right, here's an oldie. I was mentioning this in another video. So this used to be my go-to. And I think my current bottle is bad. And I kind of want to get a replacement bottle, but I don't really wear it that much anymore. At Ross, they had it for like $80, and I was like, maybe I should just go ahead and get the little $80, and it came with like a mini and a full size, but not like a big one, which I don't need a big one at all because I'll probably wear it like twice a year. Okay, so what are the notes? So as much as I've worn Flower Bomb throughout my life, I can't tell you what the notes are off the top of my head. And I think this is just the regular. Yeah, it's not like there's a new one that I can't remember what it's called, if it's like extreme or whatever. Once again, like they always have those little adjectives that they add to the end, but it's got like an opaque pink bottle. It looks pretty good. But this is just the regular original Flower Bomb. Flower Bomb notes. So on Sephora it just says vanilla, jasmine, and orange blossom. I'm sure there's more to it than that. So yeah, I've liked this perfume for a long time before I even like was that good at knowing what notes I'm smelling. So it is a pretty like orange blossom heavy scent, which I just never like realized before. It's a little sharp on the opening. And it's just got these super sweet florals. And it's not quite gourmand, but there is something in the dry down that's like I was saying in the other video, like reminds me of like graham crackers. It's like a sweet vanilla, slightly foody, but not truly gourmand. I mean, it's something kind of like in the same family as Love Don't Be Shy, but Love Don't Be Shy is like super orange blossom and sweet. So this one is not quite as strong as the orange blossom on the orange blossom, but it's definitely there. And then it's just got like the slight vanilla, sort of slight cookie dry down. So I still like it. I just don't know. I have so many scents now that I just don't know that it's like I don't have something that's just as good, if not better. All right, last one, and this one doesn't have a card for some reason. And so like I don't know if that like just kind of fell somehow didn't get put in the bag. And that is Gucci Flora Gorgeous Jasmine. Let me look up the notes for that one. So I don't have any of the Gucci Flora scents. Once again, well, not once again. I've said this in previous videos, but not this one. I don't. Floral is like probably my least favorite category. So I like gourmands. I like fresh scents. Um, I like fruity scents, and florals is probably like I like scents that have florals in them, but I don't like a floral scent that's mostly floral. And this says it's in Sephora. It says it's a classic floral, and this is the Gucci Flora with like the blue, so turquoise bottle. I mean, the bottles are really pretty. Mandarin Essence, Grandiflorum, Jasmine. I don't know what that means. I mean, Grandiflorum just means like grand flower, like great flower. I don't know if that's like kind of jasmine, or like a process for extracting the scent. Sandalwood. So those are the notes. Pretty simple. Actually, it smells pretty good. It smells like tuberose to me. Like I feel like it's got like the bubblegum tuberose thing going on. But I guess it's the jasmine. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, I mean, I actually like this more than I thought. So it's just like a sweet kind of bubblegummy floral. It's a little citrusy. It has a mandarin, but it's not like citrusy. It's more like the sweetness of an orange. And, you know, I'm not, I mean, it says sandalwood, but obviously I'm not getting the dry down yet. All right, so this is my most likely, well, I guess I'll do least likely to buy to most likely to buy. Um, so, least likely to buy is Forever Mood. So, sorry, sorry, Jackie. I want to smell the new one, but this is not for me. I don't like that earthy oud. And then I'm kind of tied between the Prada Paradox Intense and the Gucci Flora. Um, this just smells a lot like the Prada one smells a lot like the regular Paradox, which I already have. So I don't think I would really need like another bottle, of the Intense one. It's too similar. And once again, this is actually really nice, but I'm not really looking to buy florals for the most part. Flower Bomb, more for nostalgia than anything else. Yeah, that's all there is to say about that. And then I think the Nest one, this is really nice, but I just don't really like that scent profile that much. Like, it's really good if that's what you're looking for, but I don't see myself reaching for something like that. And then I'll go with the Jo Malone because I do kind of like the woody raspberry kind of thing. Woody fruity scents I kind of like. And then I'd say Glossier You maybe. I don't know. I kind of feel like the Bath and Body Works one might be better. Like the If You Musk, I feel like that might actually be better. I don't know why I'm holding it up like that. I'd have to do them side by side. I feel like it's actually the Bath and Body Works is actually like stronger and more interesting than the Glossier, but I'd have to once again do a side by side. And then Kayali, and then the Vanilla Skin. Once again, I just need to do, maybe I'll make a video out of it, like really trying to figure out what's my favorite of the kind of vanilla, which I like. I like that category of vanilla. I just don't know if it's this one, Fleur, if it's Kayali, if it's Seven Virtues, maybe even like the new Ariana Grande one, which apparently is a lot like the Fleur or Ariana Grande Mod Vanilla is also in that category. Or I could just stick with Viva Vanilla from Bath and Body Works because I love that scent. And the winner is Commodity Milk. So, to my surprise, I sprayed it on my skin. I really like this. So this is something I would actually consider purchasing. So far above the other ones that I smelled today, I would like be likely to purchase this. The other ones I'm like, you know, I probably already have something like that, or a Bath and Body Works equivalent that I like just as much. And this does kind of smell like I said, like marshmallow pumpkin latte or something like that, but just a little bit more like interesting and intense. So I like that one. All right, comment below if you have any of these and what you would buy. I don't know if you've ever gotten a sampler pack like this from Sephora. I thought it was a pretty good deal. Like I said, I'm not a makeup person, so I don't really care about, like, Sephora often does a sampler pack like this for like different foundations or something like that. I don't know. I just think that's weird. So I mean, I wear makeup. I just like don't care about makeup. Like, I just have like the makeup that I wear and I just wear the same thing all the time. So I thought the gift of these 10 samplers was like a lot more interesting than what I usually see on Sephora with their like freebies that you might get with an order. So hopefully they'll do that again sometime soon. They have the other ones that are like you pay for it and it's like $98. I've talked about this before. And for the longest time. I was like, why would anyone spend $100 on a bunch of samples? And I didn't realize you get like a voucher to then buy one of those perfumes. So they have like two of those out right now. One of them is more of like slightly summery scents, and then they did release their holiday one, but I wasn't as interested in the holiday one. I feel like I already have a lot of those scents, or not that I have them. I've smelled them, but the other one that came out late summer, I feel like there was more on there that I was kind of more like, oh, I haven't smelled that before. I'm more intrigued by it. So at some point, maybe I'll get that, and then I'll get the voucher so I can make a purchase from there. We'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.